Good evening, good morning, and good night. Welcome to Inappropriate Radio. It's your host, Tashana. Let's get into this. So, hi guys. We're not going to be discussing the aliens tonight. The creator wanted to discuss something. So, if you've been going through anything for the past year, 3 years, 5 years, 6 into 7 years, 9 years, or 10 years, or 12, right? Whatever cycle you're on. Your karma, if you're on the right end of things, is going to be basically wrapping up about now, right? Everything that's been going on should be leveling out. If it hasn't already, you should start. Sorry, I got distracted. But yeah, you should basically start seeing signs, right? That things are moving in the right direction. Okay. Now, I believe it's LeBron James. He produced a show called Survivor's Remorse. I think it's LeBron, yeah, but when you start transitioning back into getting your life together, there's a psychological, emotional, spiritual, financial transition that you have to go back to, right? You have to go back to living not a life in flesh, but a life that is thrusting you back into action, if that makes sense, right? If you've been getting any type of war waged on you, whether it's by your own doing or if you just got attacked, right? Whatever it may be. There is a component of bouncing back that requires you to be comfortable with it, to be able to accept reclaiming your position, to be able to have your mind and your body aligned, right? You want to be comfortable. You don't want to feel weird. You don't want to feel out of place because you've grown so comfortable with being in this chaotic state that now you have a healthy functioning situation, it's hard to adjust back to, right? And I'm pretty sure if you've gone through any warfare, you've had things that happened to you younger that may have prepared you for, the warfare that has been waged on you as an adult. But when it comes back around to understanding that you hold a space in the world, in the warfare that you went through was to hold that space and protect that space and be able to understand what that space means to all of the all, right? Because we're just spectacles in this, but we're still energy that's being sent out into the ethers that literally affects everything, whether you realize it or not, okay? So even though we are these small beings in this really, really big old thing, each thing counts. We all are a part of the calibration, okay? And if it's tipping too far over on one side, or if something is missing, it's going to be a lack of balance. So you want to make sure you have the unction, right? You have the wherewithal to understand that the warfare happened to mold you. And at some point, the warfare is over. I mean, it's not never over, but I mean, like the heavy stuff, it's pretty much over. And you have to understand that this is a new cycle, right? So you kind of have to try to look at it through the lens of, okay, let's start over. I have this knowledge. I have this information. I'm going to utilize it to the best of my ability, but I'm going to also make space and room for new things because I've put aside those things that make me feel heavy and dense and unhappy and misfortunate and moody and irritated, right? You want to remove the things, whether it's people, places, things, if it's making you question yourself, if it's making you feel like you don't know who you are as a person, that's the problem. Okay? And I know my voice has been messed up. I've been getting work done on me. They've been working on my voice. Now they're trying to take my voice. But it's all good, right? The point here is this. When you get into the position that the Creator wants you to be in, when the manifestation has physically manifested, right? Of course, it's always keep God first. I don't have to remind you to always continue your relationship with the Creator. I'm not even feeling like I need to mention that, right? But let's just mention it because after all, that's what this is about, right? At the end of the day. But in reality, your number one priority should be learning to balance what you've learned and what you're trying to learn. Always try to stay in the middle of that, right? What you're learning, what you're trying to learn rather, is thrusting you into the next level. What you've learned got you where you are, right? And maybe you could do a better job of applying what it is that is useful, what it is that will assist you in strengthening your weaker areas and all of that good stuff. Ultimately, the decision that you make to understand where it is the Creator is taking you, because it's a choice to embark on that. We don't always get forced to do things. The Creator will give you something, and whatever you do with that information is going to determine where you land next. Okay, we make choices. So you have to understand that once you make the decision to understand and act on what the Creator said He wants you to do, you have to not only know, of course, you're going to get attacked, but you have to understand that the position comes with a responsibility. That is your own responsibility to maintain that energy until He says He no longer needs you in this space. In the interim, there's multiple assignments connected to just one person, right? We always talk about that. But in reality, your desire to have it needs to be there. Your humility for it needs to be there. Understanding it and treating it as if it really is a gift. I don't care if it's a car, a house, a new job, a baby, a marriage, weight loss, a degree. It doesn't matter. Money. Whatever the Creator is blessing you with, new gifts, stronger gifts, right? We don't all value things the same. I like when God pays me gifts. I like when God gives me gifts. I like when God gives me things that are not tangible because they're more valuable. Of course, I want, my A7 and all of that. But for real, I love the payment and the gifts because they're going to not only help me get the material things that I want, they're of greater value and I can keep them. I can definitely keep them. I'm not losing them, right? These material things, they come and go. Okay, it's all man-made. But the gifts that the Creator gives you is not man-made. But that's another topic, right? You want to be able to understand, right? And I'm stressing the word understand because this new position, this new thing, this new blessing, this new cycle is the key to strengthening your relationship with the Creator. Because you asked Him for something, He gave you a set of instructions, you were obedient. Not only were you obedient, you believed, right? You were patient, and you stayed down to the come up. And it's really that simple. I mean, it sounds easier to say it, but in real life, right, that's how this works. You're not going to always get good just because you did good. And you're not going to always get bad because you did bad. It's about balance. The Creator will scold you as He sees fit. And I'm not encouraging anyone to do bad things. I'm saying that you should be grateful for it all. Because we don't get reprimanded how we could and how we should, probably. You know? So, your choice to move forward requires that you leave the baggage, that you understand that this is a new chapter, and the new chapter cannot have pieces from the last chapter. You have to be willing to make the next chapter better. You have to be willing to understand that you may not even understand every element. That's another component of it, right? You have to understand that you're not going to get everything that God is wanting you to do. Unless He revealed it, but until He reveals it, your obedience is better than your sacrifice. I mean, I don't really know how to put it, you know. This is why I like when the Creator just tells me what to look up and then I research it, because when He tells me to do a topic and then I get my own, situation, I don't want to feel like I'm projecting my situation on people, right? But I know that this is the year of the blessings. This is the year of money. This is the year of good karma. I know that. So I know that this topic is relevant. So again, if you have any good thing coming, if you've been breaking curses and cycles, if you've been doing the right thing and you can see where your efforts are taking you, then I absolutely, positively encourage you to not only keep going, not only believe, but to actually place yourself in real time. Okay, try to stay current, try to stay in real time, try to look forward to and being intentional about writing a new chapter that is very new, that is very exciting, that doesn't contain elements of the pain that you had to, endure because of the warfare. I'm not saying forget about it. I'm not saying ignore it and act like it didn't happen. I'm saying be intentional and make sure that the new chapter that you're in, you don't feel bad about it and you get yourself in the current moment. And don't be a prisoner of your own warfare. Like, you're protected, you've been guided, you've aligned yourself with the Creator in His Word. Have no fear. Be willing to understand that love is love, and God is always going to do what He does, no matter what other humans are trying to do. Alright? But I'm gonna end it here. I do love y'all. Hope y'all are drinking y'all water, eating y'all fruit and vegetables, and sipping on your own tea because it is free. Alright. Love y'all. Peace.